Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Jayden Terry of Grandville football. Jayden, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well. Before this season kicks off, as you guys are ready for another year, you made a pretty big announcement on your future.
Yes, sir. Uh, it's a really big step that I have took. Just can't wait to get this season done and um get on my next chapter.
Yeah, I know that I know you had a lot of options on where you wanted to go. Um, where you wanted to go for college, but staying in staying local and then going to the Division two state champions. What was it like to commit to Ferris?
Um, it was really really nice and really relieving to get that the whole recruiting process over. Um, a lot of people like to say that you should try to enjoy it, and like, yeah, I tried to, but it's really, you know. frustrating, stressful, and yeah, there's those times where it could be fun, but it's a lot. So to get that over with is really relieving, and I think that Ferris was the best choice for me.
Yeah. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, I know that the season is just about to kick off. We have the scrimmage this week, and then we roll right into week one. Of course, heading into your senior season, I know you've had a pretty accomplished career already at Granville. But what is it about this senior year that makes you guys feel like it's going to be? There's a lot of talented players coming back, including yourself. But what's it going to be like this year as a senior as you head into that year?
It's a really special year because I've been playing with these guys for a really long time. So knowing that this is like our last year together as a team, we gotta like make this that year, make it that year that we go all the way, make it that year that we knew that we tried our best and we battled, it's like we just gotta make our mark right here.
And of course, I mean, how the year started last year. I know you played some probably three of the best teams in the state. Started 0-3, and then of course, came back and really finished the year strong. I mean, you're off to you got home against Muskegon, and then it's on to the D1 state champions with Cass Tech. These next coming couple weeks are what is it gonna what are they going to be like heading into these first couple games? So because they're going to probably prepare you for when they gets to the red.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be just like last year, man. We're jumping straight into war. We're gonna, battle our hearts out, man. And again, it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be a hard fought fight, with those two games. And like after that, we got the red, and that's not even easy itself. So, we're just ready. We got practice this week, so we're gonna, try our best, do what we gotta do in practice, and the rest is history.
So heading into this season, what were some of the things that you worked on this summer to just improve overall as a player?
Um, I like to say that I did a lot of team bonding stuff, right with the team, the new juniors that are coming, and like getting them ready because you never know what's gonna happen with the starters because most of our starters are seniors this year. And, if someone goes down, it's most likely going to be a junior, and so we got to make sure those guys are good because if their first game ever playing in a varsity game is against Muskegon or Cass Tech, we got to make sure they're ready.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the things that I feel like I really thought helped me and the team as a better player.
Mhm. So, this senior year, I know that it's going to be a big year because a lot of returners are back and stuff like that. With the scrimmage coming up this week, how is it going to be kind of trying to prepare for that as as you get some pretty good teams coming into, I believe you are hosting that scrimmage, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah. I feel like those scrimmages always help because we don't go against anyone pretty bad in those scrimmages either. Like we got Belleville and DC West, and I forgot who we replaced Muskegon with, but like Stiegel does not shy away when it comes to playing these teams. So we gotta go hard out in these scrimmages. So we gotta make sure we're ready.
Yeah. So really, when it comes to after this, I know you got the first game at home, and then you're on the road for the next 3 weeks. I know every player, it's like, oh, we'll play anywhere, and some players like traveling to other places. But what's it like for you just to go out there and then not see home for the next 3 weeks?
Honestly, man, like. I really do not mind playing away at all. Like sometimes I rather will play away because I like the pressure. I like the other, crowd getting louder than ours. It makes me feel like I got more to fight for. And like the atmosphere is different and like that stuff is just, what makes football so great. So like it's not too bad of a thing for me. I mean, I haven't really talked to the team about that. That's maybe something I would have to talk to them about. But yeah, that it is something.
Yeah. So, and then of course, later on in the season, a lot of the games, in the latter half of the year are at home. I mean, if 5 home games total, four are going to be toward the end of the season, and that's a huge advantage with big time conference opponents coming to Grandville.
Yeah. Like I said, the OK Red is not sweet at all. So like we got to make sure we're not taking breaks. We got to make sure that we don't take any plays off because one play can change the game, and we saw that last year.
Yeah. And then really just to kind of wrap things up, I know there's every team's got a lot of expectations. Every team's got a lot of goals. Everyone wants to lift that trophy up at the end of the season. But what's it going to take for Granville to have a successful season?
Um, we like to say that we gotta control the controllables, do what we gotta do what we can do and stay with our techniques and stay technical about it because we can only do so much. So whatever we are able to do, we gotta make sure we do that.
Absolutely. All right, Jayden Terry, thank you so much for the time as always. Best of luck this season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.